Owning the World Cup sounds like owning the biggest stage in sports. Flags rise, anthems echo, stadiums fill, billions watch. Players become legends, countries stop and stare. But behind the spectacle is a business, a very large business. Because the World Cup is not just football, it is global attention. And attention is worth money, lots of money. That is the first secret. The trophy is emotional, but the tournament is economic. Every match creates demand. Demand for tickets, demand for broadcasts, demand for sponsors, demand for travel, demand for hotels, demand for merchandise, demand for national pride. Everyone wants a piece of it. Fans want memories, brands want eyeballs, broadcasters want audiences, cities want visitors, governments want prestige. So who actually controls the World Cup? Not a random billionaire, not one club owner, not one stadium owner. The tournament is controlled through rights, and rights are power. FIFA sits at the center. It organizes the event, it controls the brand, it controls the calendar, it controls who participates. It controls the media rights. It controls the commercial rights. It controls the hosting structure. That means the World Cup is not a normal asset. It is a package of permissions, a package of contracts, a package of rules, a package of global demand. The owner is really the controller of the platform, the controller of the spectacle, the controller of the scarce event. And scarcity matters here. The World Cup does not happen every week. It does not happen every month. It happens once every 4 years. That long wait builds tension. Tension builds attention. Attention builds value. Now think about scale. Domestic leagues are big. The Champions League is big. But the World Cup is different. It reaches across continents. It reaches across generations. It reaches casual viewers. It reaches people who never watch football. That gives it unusual power. It can pull families together. It can stop work days. It can dominate headlines. It can flood social media. It can shape national mood. Few events on earth can do that. That is why brands pay attention. They are not only buying ad space, they are buying association with victory, association with emotion, association with nationhood, association with history. A great goal is remembered. A great sponsor moment is remembered with it. The game creates memory. Memory creates marketing value. This is not just sports media, it is emotional media. And emotional media is powerful, very powerful. Now look at the host side. The World Cup needs places to happen. Stadiums must exist. Airports must function. Roads must carry crowds. Hotels must take guests. Transit must move people. Security must stay ready. Volunteers must be organized. Entire cities become part of the machine. That is why hosting feels prestigious. A World Cup can place a city on the map. It can place a country in the spotlight. It can create a moment of national theater. But theater at this scale is never free. Somebody prepares the stage. Somebody funds the upgrades. Somebody manages the logistics. Somebody absorbs the pressure. The tournament may last weeks, but preparation can last years. Bids are built years in advance. Plans are drafted years in advance. Political promises are made years in advance. The event looks sudden, but the economics are long-term, very long-term. This is why the World Cup feels bigger than football. It touches infrastructure. It touches politics. It touches tourism. It touches advertising. It touches aviation. It touches hospitality. It touches security. It touches media. It touches retail. It touches public money. One tournament can activate many industries. That is what makes it such a giant business story. A fan buys a ticket, then books a flight, then books a room, then buys food, then buys a shirt, then rides local transit, then posts online, then watches highlights later. One fan creates many transactions. Multiply that by millions, and the scale becomes enormous. This is why the World Cup is an economic machine, not because of one match, but because of the system around every match. In the next block, we follow the money directly: broadcast rights, sponsors, tickets, and the business model behind the biggest tournament on earth. Now we follow the money directly. Start with media rights. Media rights are the biggest river of cash. Broadcasters pay for access. They pay for exclusivity. They pay for audiences they cannot create themselves. That is the power of the World Cup. It gathers attention at rare scale. A broadcaster wants that scale because scale attracts advertisers, and advertisers bring revenue. So media rights sit near the center of the model. One tournament, many matches, global audiences, premium time slots, national emotion, unmissable moments. All of that increases the value of the screen. A broadcaster is not just buying games. It is buying attention inventory. It is buying appointment viewing. It is buying loyalty from viewers. It is buying advertising leverage. When people feel they must watch live, the value goes up. Highlights matter too. Replays matter too. Clips matter too. Every format multiplies the media value. Now move to sponsors. Global sponsors want association. They want to stand next to the event. They want the prestige of the platform. They want their brand beside celebration, beside victory, beside history, beside national emotion. That is why sponsorship is not cheap. A sponsor is not only buying logos, it is buying legitimacy. It is buying memory. It is buying global reach. It is buying repeated exposure. Every press conference helps. Every stadium board helps. Every fan zone helps. Every social post helps. Every branded activation helps. The sponsor wants the halo effect. If the tournament feels iconic, the sponsor borrows some of that feeling. This is emotional branding at scale. Now think about categories. One sponsor may want payments. Another may want beverages. Another may want technology. Another may want airlines. So scarcity exists inside sponsorship too. Only a few global partners can fit. Now look at ticketing. Tickets may seem simple, but ticketing is a layered business. A single seat is only the starting point. Some seats are standard. Some seats are premium. Some seats are hospitality. Some seats are part of travel packages. Some seats are linked to sponsors. So pricing can stretch across many levels. A final is not priced like a group match. A premium section is not priced like a corner seat. Demand changes the ladder. Scarcity drives urgency, and urgency supports pricing power. Then add hospitality. Hospitality is not just a seat. It is access. It is comfort. It is food. It is networking. It is status. It is a cleaner, richer version of attendance. This is where business clients appear. Clients bring customers. Executives host partners. Companies entertain guests. And the World Cup becomes a corporate stage. That turns a football event into a premium experience product. And premium experiences can be extremely valuable. Now follow the fan beyond the ticket. Merchandise matters. Licensing matters. A shirt is revenue. A scarf is revenue. A ball is revenue. A collectible is revenue. A video game license can be revenue. A broadcast graphic package can support revenue. A sticker album can support revenue. Even simple souvenirs can scale. The tournament creates symbols. Symbols create products. Products create transactions. This is why licensing is powerful. The event does not need to manufacture everything itself. It can authorize others to sell, and that spreads the brand further. Now add digital reach. Fans do not only watch on television, they watch on phones. They follow on apps. They interact on social platforms. They consume clips instantly. They share reactions instantly. They spread the event for free. This creates another layer of value. More reach strengthens sponsorship. More reach strengthens media rights. More reach strengthens the whole machine. Now step back and view the full revenue engine. Broadcast rights pull in the biggest money. Sponsorship adds another giant layer. Ticketing adds direct fan revenue. Hospitality adds premium revenue. Licensing adds scalable brand revenue. Merchandise adds emotional revenue. Digital reach amplifies everything. That is why the World Cup is such a powerful platform. It earns from the screen. It earns from the stadium. It earns from the sponsor. It earns from the fan. It earns from the host experience. It earns from memory itself. And memory is monetizable. Not because emotion is fake, but because emotion creates demand. That demand moves money across many channels. This is the real business model. Not one stream, but many streams working together. The tournament looks like a sporting event, but financially, it behaves like a multi-layer media empire. In the next block, we leave revenue and examine the cost side, stadiums, security, and who really pays for the show. Now leave the revenue side and enter the cost side. Big events need big spending. Start with a stadium. Some host cities already have one. Others need upgrades. Some need entirely new construction. Seats cost money, roofs cost money, screens cost money, security systems cost money, hospitality suites cost money, media zones cost money, training sites cost money, access roads cost money, parking systems cost money, signage costs money, maintenance costs money, and deadlines make everything harder. Because a stadium is not just concrete, it is a deadline machine. If work runs late, pressure rises. Labor costs can rise. Material costs can rise. Political pressure can rise. And the event date does not move. That is one of the hidden risks. Time is expensive, and fixed dates are unforgiving. Now look beyond the stadium. The World Cup needs transport. Airports must absorb demand. Roads must handle traffic. Rail systems may need upgrades. Bus systems may need expansion. Wayfinding must be clear. Border processing must work. Crowds must move safely. People must arrive on time. Then add security. Security is not one line of guards. It is planning, screening, surveillance, emergency response, crowd control, cyber protection, team protection, VIP protection, and coordination across agencies. Then add operations. Volunteers need training, staff need schedules, teams need logistics, media need access, officials need control rooms, broadcasters need technical space, fans need guidance, and everything needs backup plans. Now ask the hardest question. Who actually pays for all of this? Sometimes private money helps. Sometimes local organizers contribute. Sometimes sponsors support pieces of the system. But public money often enters the picture. Cities pay, regions pay, national governments pay, taxpayers may pay indirectly. That is where the debate begins. Supporters promise long-term benefits, better transport, better stadium districts, more tourism, more global visibility, more business confidence, more national pride. Critics ask harder questions. Were the upgrades really necessary? Were the costs realistic? Did the budget stay under control? Could that money have gone elsewhere? Schools compete for funding. Hospitals compete for funding. Housing competes for funding. Transit competes for funding. That is the opportunity cost. The World Cup creates visibility, but visibility is not free. Now add the hotel and hospitality layer. Fans need places to sleep. Teams need secure hotels. Sponsors need premium spaces. Media crews need long stays. Restaurants face demand spikes. Rental markets can tighten. Prices can rise. Local workers feel the pressure too. Some businesses thrive. Others struggle with disruption. Streets may close. Normal routines may change. Security zones may expand. Small businesses may be helped or pushed aside. The tournament creates winners and losers, and that makes the economics uneven. Then add temporary infrastructure. Fan zones need setup. Broadcast compounds need setup. Fences need setup. Ticketing systems need support. Medical stations need support. Cleaning crews need support. Waste systems need support. These are not always glamorous costs, but they are real costs. Many disappear after the event, but the bill can remain. Now think about cost overruns. Mega events often look cheaper on paper. Then reality arrives. Construction delays appear. Supply costs move. Security requirements expand. Political promises change. Scope grows. Inflation bites. And contingency turns into spending. This is why budgets can drift. A World Cup may be sold as an opportunity, but it can become a pressure test for institutions, for cities, for transport systems, for public trust. The spectacle lasts weeks. The spending can last years. So who really pays for the show? Often the public carries more risk than the public first expects. That does not mean hosting is always bad. It means the economics are complicated. Revenue may be global, but costs are often local, and that imbalance matters. In the next block, we ask who really wins and whether the World Cup pays off. Now we ask the final question, who really wins? At the center, the organizer usually wins first. Control creates leverage, leverage creates revenue, and revenue creates power. The World Cup gathers the money streams, but not everyone touches them equally. The controller of the tournament has unusual advantages. It controls the event, it controls the rights, it controls the brand, it controls the scarcity. And scarcity is valuable. Broadcasters can win too. They gain audiences, they gain advertisers, they gain subscription value. Sponsors can win too. They gain attention, they gain prestige, they gain association with emotion. Hospitality partners can win too. They gain premium customers. Travel companies can win too. They gain demand spikes. Hotels can win too. They gain occupancy. Restaurants can win too. They gain traffic. Some local businesses can surge. Bars fill up. Transit systems get more riders. Shops sell more goods. Street vendors can benefit. Tour guides can benefit. Short-term rentals can benefit. But the gains are uneven. happen. Some neighborhoods boom, others just face disruption. Some businesses get crowds, others get blocked streets. Some workers earn more shifts, others face higher costs. So winning is not universal. It depends on location, it depends on contracts, it depends on timing. Now look at host cities. Host cities may gain visibility, they may gain tourism exposure, they may gain new infrastructure, they may gain global branding, but exposure is hard to measure, and prestige is hard to bank. A stadium photo is not the same as profit. A tourism bump is not the same as permanent demand. A busy month is not the same as a stronger economy. This is why legacy claims are debated. Some benefits stay, some vanish. Now look at the public balance sheet. Public money may fund upgrades. Public money may fund transport. Public money may fund safety operations. Public money may fund beautification. Public money may fund event support. If the long-term benefits are real, supporters call that investment. If the benefits are weak, critics call that waste. That is why the World Cup has no single answer. It can help one place and disappoint another. One city may reuse a stadium well, another may struggle to fill it later. One transport upgrade may stay valuable, another may be oversized for normal demand. One tourism strategy may keep momentum, another may fade quickly. So the payoff depends on execution. It depends on discipline. It depends on realistic planning. It depends on honest budgeting, and it depends on what existed before. Cities with strong infrastructure may benefit differently. Cities starting from weakness may face heavier pressure. Now think about politics. Leaders like visibility, leaders like ribbon cuttings, leaders like global headlines. But headlines do not guarantee sound economics. This is where symbolism can distort decision-making. Prestige can justify spending emotionally, but economics still asks harder questions. What was built? What was promised? What was actually delivered? Who captured the upside? Who absorbed the downside? Those questions matter more than celebration alone. Now think about the fan. The fan gains a spectacle. The fan gains memories. The fan gains belonging. The fan gains emotional value. That value is real, but it is not evenly priced. Some fans can travel. Some can buy premium seats. Some only watch from home. Some are priced out entirely. So even the audience experiences different economics. One event, many realities. That is why the World Cup is so fascinating. It is a tournament. It is a business platform. It is a media empire. It is a public project. And it is an emotional machine, all at once. That is the deeper lesson. Owning the World Cup is not like owning a building. It is more like controlling a global platform. A platform built on scarcity, emotion, nationhood, attention, and massive coordination. The game on the field matters, but the system around the field matters too. Rights matter, brands matter, cities matter, costs matter, politics matter, and public trust matters. From the outside, the World Cup looks like football. From the inside, it looks like contracts, infrastructure, risk, media, and money. So who really owns the World Cup? Whoever controls the platform controls the value, and whoever hosts the platform carries much of the pressure. That is the economics of owning the World Cup. If you want Mr. Capital to break down another giant money machine, subscribe. Follow the money.